Hello everyone, and welcome to the November 2019 monthly update. November will be seeing the continuation of uploads for the JoRaSeDev and 3D JoRaSe channels. Towards the end of the month, JoRaSe Plays will be starting up a new game. I'm not telling you what it is yet. You'll just have to stick around and find out. Following the usual update formula, we'll be looking at Comics Corner for some comics. But we'll get to all of that and more in a bit. Right now, we need to take a look back at October. And looking back at October, I can definitely say that it has been fairly average in terms of what I've been doing in the background. I've had the 3D printer printing on and off for upcoming projects. I'm really happy with how these prints have been turning out, and they'll be shown off in due time. I'm not quite ready to show them off. You'll see why later. And that brings us to the first portion, the JoRaSe Plays section. And the month of November, we will be continuing our playthrough of select Sonic the Hedgehog games. Towards the end of the month, as I said before, we will be starting up a new game. But like I said, I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. I think it's better this way. Focus on one game at a time, you know. And that brings us to the November JoRaSeDev video. And this month we're going to be working with models for the new game project that we're working on. If you're interested, you'll want to head on over to the JoRaSeDev channel on November 9th to see the progress. following JoRaSeDev, we have 3D JoRaSe. And what are we doing in 3D JoRaSe for November? Well, we're going to be continuing fixing my original Nintendo Wii. Hope everyone's been enjoying the previous parts and will enjoy this next one. It's the third one. And that brings us to unboxing video possibilities for November. And interestingly enough, there will be not one, but two unboxing videos for the month of November. The unboxing videos will be viewable shortly after this update is as well. And with that said, it's time to hand things off to Comics Corner. All right, just one comic this time. We're looking at issue 15 of the Sonic the Hedgehog from IDW. And this is the one I've got in the plastic already. The cover, that is. This is cover B. And we can see Sonic doesn't look like he's doing too good, does he? And there's something with this eye in the shadow. And Amy herself kind of looks a little beat up. So something's going on in this one. And here's the cover A variant. We've got Sonic and Amy and Rough and Tumble. So looks like they're back for a rematch. Probably not going to be the last time we see them. Let's get into this and see what's going on. And here we have the little recap of last time that they always do. Rough and Tumble were irritating Eggman about getting better weapons. There was the battle between Sonic and Dr. Starline, and Sonic and Amy rushing off to figure out what Eggman's up to. As always, we get the roll call, and we've got Sonic, Amy, Dr. Starline, Dr. Eggman, Rough, and Tumble. And actually getting to the start of things, Sonic and Amy have located one of Eggman's old bases, as denoted by the Eggman face carved into the stone wall. And looks like this one's a mine, or was a mine. So they go down and come across stuff from the resistance assault on the Eggman base. They eventually get to the control room, and Amy's hoping the backup power generator will work. And sure enough, it does. And she's able to get into the computer. And Sonic's not happy that there's no one to fight. Meanwhile, Eggman has developed some weapons for Rough and Tumble. And these are just the backups. And it's what's under this giant cloth that he's gonna let them use against Sonic this time. Amy's able to get into the EggNet system, and they find some information on something. Sadly, it just so happens to be that that is the exact moment that Rough and Tumble show up in something along the lines of a massive tunneling drill. A chase has ensued, and Sonic and Amy have been able to destroy that craft the bad guys were piloting. And so Rough and Tumble activated their backup, which turns them into infected. And turns out nothing can wipe them out. They self-heal. And they think they can still fight them like normal until Sonic happens to touch one of them and get infected himself. And we've got Eggman gloating about the fact that he has successfully infected Sonic. And we'll see what happens next time, because that's the end of this comic. So here we have issue 0 for Sonic the Hedgehog, Tangle, and Whisper. Real nice full images of these two characters. Let's see what we got in this 0 issue. Little teaser issue. And looks like we've got Tangle being Tangle. And slamming into stuff. She seems to be enamored with the... Sorry about that, had to get the camera situated better. But Tangle seems to be enamored with the life of a hero, all the adventure and excitement, which she doesn't have in her day-to-day life. And just as her friend Jewel is trying to help get her motivated to follow her dreams, there's something that happens outside that seems to have done that for her. And Jewel hides while Tangle runs out to see what's going on, and it's Sonic taking dodging shots from Whisper. So something's going on. And the rest is just flashbacks. So I won't take up too much time with that. On to the next one. Alright, time to delve into the 2019 annual for Sonic the Hedgehog. And I do have both the A and B covers for this. This is, of course, the A cover variant. And I chose to go ahead and put this one in the plastic due to how different its art styling is compared to the other. I think this one has more, just more action to it and more color overall. You'll see what I mean. Here's the cover B version of the 2019 annual. Like I was saying, the other one that I've already got in the plastic is much more colorful than this one. Just one character and several different poses. So, yeah. Well, let's get into it. See what we got. And looks like we got a story with Tangle and Whisper. This is the one mentioned in Tangle and Whisper 0. And looks like Tangle gets to show Whisper around town and introduces her to Jewel. And looks like the Babylon Rogues make their way in to into Jewel's museum and mistake Jewel for an actual jewel. And it's only when they're back aboard their ship that they realize, and Tangle and Whisper are there to rescue. Babylon Rogues toss Jewel out, and everyone gets out. Tangle grabs the rest of the stolen goods, and Whisper is able to save them all from going splat. So that's that one. And then we've got one for Sonic and Tails. Little adventure here. And they are chasing one of Robotnik's creatures, robots, and they pursue it to a volcanic island and happen to have it get caught in a blast of molten material, dropping its cargo. And then Sonic does what he does best and destroys it. And then we've got Blaze looking for silver. And it turns out he has been trying to make a garden but isn't able to get anything to grow. Blaze uses her abilities to torch everything, and Silver can't believe that she just did that. But the ashes will help plants grow better. And here's what that garden looks like after the help. And then one with these two, Rough and Tumble. And they're looking for Eggman weapons. It looks like they might be in for a bit of a surprise. And indeed they are, but it's Rouge the Bat. So she decides to help them out a little bit, get through here. And in so doing, discovers something that makes her want to run these two off, which she convincingly does. And it turns out to be a set of villagers that have taken up residence in the pyramid. And they give her access to all of the Eggman treasure that was in the pyramid. And then finally we have a Sonic fan club. The younger Mobians, as they're called, I believe, are deciding to set up a fan club for Sonic. And none of them can really decide the best way to determine the president of the fan club. So they try to do what Sonic would do. And it never winds up very well for them because they get into a fight with a badnik. Tangle happens to show up. And while she is doing her own demonstration and tying herself up into knots, Sonic happened to come through and save the day. Alright, I hope you enjoyed those comics. I know I certainly did. And now it's time to have some concluding thoughts for this update video. And I can say that October, similar to September, has provided time to plan and prototype. Some of the video concepts I've been working on are getting close to production. I feel November should provide similar time for project work and planning. Oh, I've also gained a year this month. Hope everyone out there has a great month, and hope you enjoy the videos that are upcoming. Alright everyone, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, feel free to give me a like and maybe subscribe. And if you want to go a little bit further and you want to see your name in lights in the credits here, feel free to go to my Patreon and contribute. Till next time, everyone.